such an asshole.
Monday morning. Two things I like about this request. One, we came to an accord. We came to a very profitable agreement for the both of us. He says, "Hey, I'd like to pay, but PayPal isn't accepting my credit card," which sometimes happen because IT reasons. And I said, "You know what? This is a good request. It's going to help out other young men. How about let me cut you a deal? I'm gonna cut you a deal. You are a friend. I will cut you a deal. Just use my Amazon affiliate link for all your future shopping, and we'll call it a deal." He gets a free request because it ain't going to cost him anything extra. I get the 5% commission and cut based on his Amazon purchases. And I don't know why I didn't come up with that solution before, because sometimes your credit card, IT issues. So I have a link below, olderbrother.com/donate. You're like, that doesn't sound like an Amazon link. Yeah, but you're going to remember the Amazon link that this long with all the code on it? No, of course you're not going to remember it. But you will remember olderbrother.com/donate. And at the bottom of that page, there's a little Amazon logo. You click on that, you do your Amazon shopping. Yes, it's easiest if you use a computer. Yes, I know it's an inconvenience. Yeah, you don't use the app. The app is bad. The app is evil. I don't even have an Amazon app. So that's linked below. So he came to the accord. And the other thing is the guy is not even sad, right? Which shows tremendous pride. Let's go back 35, whatever. How long? How much is it? No, that make me 15. Go back 30 years. Yeah, 32 years. Oh, dude, you get stood up all the time. Look up my post 50-50-25. The rule of 50-50-25. 50% no times 50% show equals 25% go. 50-50 chance she says no, 50-50 chance, even though she said yes, she's going to show up, means there's only a 1 in 4 chance. Very simple binary math. The girl's going to show up. And I had to come up with it because, dude, it was more like 70% said yes. 70% of that 70% didn't show up. I even looked up data on flake rates modernly. And they're saying, oh, it's like 56%. Obviously, the data is a little bit hard to come on that one. But many of you, including the women, I got a friend who got stuck 9 times. 9 times? 9 times. On recall fares being absent 9 times. She got stood up by guys 9 times. I didn't that I don't get. You guys should knock that shit off. That's not right. We were gonna hold ourselves to a higher standard. You girls can keep being your insufferable pain in the asses. Men, you should not be doing that. And I've never understood men standing up women, right? Why'd you ask her out? And it's not any moral, noble reason. I'm just thinking, well, you asked her out because you want to bang her, right? I'm going to simplify for you girls real simply. It's all the math in our head is bang or not. Do we want to bang you or not? That's it. Then we'll ask you out. Oh, marriage, dating, courtship down the road, maybe. But the first thing is like, yeah, I'd bang that. And I don't care. You can get pissed off like the baby boomer feminists who are dying now, and their lives have been being pissed off at men for being sexually attracted to women. It's a fact. You either cozy up to that fact and make progress in the real world, or you could shout, you can howl at the moon, shout at the sun, curse you, space dandy, patriarchy. You get all pissed. It's not going to change it. Not going to change it. Water's wet. The fire is hot, and men are their primary interest in women is physical and sexual. If you don't like that, I don't know where you file a complaint. Maybe the Democrat Party could tax men a little bit more if that makes you feel better. Perhaps you can import more immigrants to take away our jobs, make everyone poor. That will teach those bastards who didn't like me for my wonderful personality. Anyway, where the hell was I going with that? Oh, getting back to why you guys, I never understood men standing women up. So ostensibly, you must have found her attractive enough to want to have sex with her to ask her out, right? Why you standing her up? Right? She meets the one requirement you got, right? So, and that's another human being. Shouldn't you respect that woman's time? It confused me. A lot of gals are getting stood up. What are you doing? Why'd you ask her out in the first place then? And then and women aren't wrong necessarily. The quality of men has gone down. I mean, you're fat. Everyone getting fat. Everyone looks like a Democrat soy boy. When you girls got what you asked for. But I've never understood the men standing up women. I've never done that to a woman. Never. Oh, I intentionally. I accidentally took an extra shift a couple times and then then found out I had to date. Oh shit. So anyway, you guys shouldn't be doing that. But what I liked about the second thing I liked about this guy, he wasn't sad. 30 years ago, okay, well, I'm shit. What did I do wrong? What's wrong with me? And like, I am fucking pissed. I'm like, that's it. That's correct. Because he diagnosed it correctly. He's pissed. The girl lied to him. Now he's happy he avoided her, right? You girls could just keep standing guys up, by the way. It's not going to work. Better to find out now than when you're asking for half our assets and the children. I wish I was being so negative. I'm not. I'm being very accurate into what the decision nodes and consequences are here, prospectively going out on a date. And so you're kind of doing a favor, but man, you girls want to be taken seriously. Men are human beings. Stop wasting their time. And that's why he was pissed, the time he wasted. He didn't have hope. He didn't have expectations. Again, we've come tremendously these past 30 years. But this guy's busy and his time was wasted. Now, there's some rookie league mistakes he made. Rookie league mistakes. That's all right. Not everyone can be old and aged and experienced like me. I'll teach you here. But he showed up solely for the date. You cannot afford that, gentlemen. You got to bring your laptop. In the olden days when we didn't have phones and laptops, where we could do work remotely, you would go there, I guess back in the day, to hedge against a flake, which is I'm going to call it 2/3 chance. You got to be there with your buddies. You got to be going there anyway. You can, with a failure rate on par in excess of marriage, like let's say 1 in 2 on a good date. You can't afford to be spending your Friday nights on a girl who ain't going to show up. You got to be. And ladies, same thing for you, apparently. But let's go through it. Hey, asshole, you said you wanted men to send you field reports. Well, I'm fucking pissed. So here's your goddamn field report. Good for you, man. Are you pissed, John? 31-year-old male, white, 6'6", good looking, in shape, no deformities, everything a typical Chad would have, except I have a bit of a thingy hair on the top. All right, so I live near a college campus over in a state that I like. I was sitting at one of the benches eating a burrito, and young, cute Indian-looking lady, dot not feather. Okay, and then it really, okay, was smiling at me while she was passing by. So I smiled back and said, "Good afternoon, miss." Look at you, slide. Hey, you good day game. That's it. This is how it used to be. Howdy. Smile back. Married? Want to go out? Oh my God. How'd you figure it out? The magic words. She replied and we chatted for a few seconds. Then I asked if she wanted to go on a date. She said yes, so we exchanged numbers and started texting. There it is. That was another thing. I don't know, modernly, like the girl gave you a number. Nowadays, you text back and forth, right? In my day, they just wouldn't call you back, or you say, "Hey, we're still Friday," or whatever. They ghost you. You wouldn't hear them. The most infuriating is they give you their address to pick them up, and then you're like on your way over on Friday, like, because you didn't have cell phones. So then you go over there and you're waiting, like, okay, now am I a creep or am I a stalker? Because she didn't have the balls to say, "I don't want to go out with you." But you got the text. You got a rapport established. And they still stick it. She replied, and we chatted for a few seconds. And I asked her, go. She said, yes, exchange numbers, started texting. After a day of texting, we decided to meet up at a local bar. She said she was of drinking age. We agreed to meet at a specific bar at a specific time. I even double-checked a few hours before we're supposed to meet to fucking confirm. There you go. That's your standard. See, ladies, I still think it happens the majority of the time. And men, this could happen to girls too. Hey, we still on for tonight? There's your time to jump out of the airplane with a parachute. So, oh no, you don't have to go on a date. No! There's your opportunity to escape. So you don't have to be bored by this 6'6" good-looking guy that you've had a rapport with. Whoo, that was close. You almost went on a date and maybe had a good time. Maybe even found the love of your life. Thank God you dodged that bullet. Here's your time to be Neo. Dodge them bullets, man. See, it's one of those things. The why doesn't matter. All that matters is what is. I think there's something else going on. It is such a high flake rate, and everybody knows the date is kind of important. That means a lot to the other person. This isn't like, hey, do you want to go get a bottle of milk? This They know, everyone knows what they're doing. And the I just overslept, or I didn't know. No. Stefan Molyneux had a great observation about his mom. Mom was a horrible woman. About how she would treat the kids like shit, but if there was ever an authority figure like a cop or other adults around, then she was Miss Perfect, Miss Nice Lady. Right? You girls know how to show up on time for a boss. Like if the cop pulls you over to pull over. This is an authority, but they know. They know. It's just something else. I don't know if it's a retribution they want to get back at men. I really don't know. They're afraid, like, oh my God, now's the time to go out and sit in a public place and have a good time. I don't believe that. You don't understand how scared women are all the time. That one I'm believing less and less in, because the whole, "Oh, I'm afraid to go out tonight. I'm afraid." No, no, no. Something that, if you were afraid of the guy, just there was your opportunity to say, no, I can't make it. Something childish, something petty, something minor. Maybe it's just, I'm afraid, or I just don't feel it doesn't matter why though. But it is what it is, and it's a lie. That's what it is. It's dishonorable. I know no one cares, and it's not that big of a deal. Going to a public bar to get a drink. So I show up at the bar, get a beer, and sit at the table while I wait. It's just one big room, so you can see everyone there. Wait 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Dude, after 3 minutes, I'm gone. If I don't get a text, hey, I'm going to be a little bit late, 3 minutes, I'm gone. At 6 o'clock means 5:55 in my world. And I'll wait for you normies to get there right at the buzzer at 6. But like 6:01, that shows me you're very irresponsible. You are not capable of making a train. You're not capable of making a plane. You're not capable of making a meeting. So nothing. So I text her, "Hey, you still coming? All right, let me give you some advice. You should have just left in like 6:05, whatever time you're supposed to meet at. 5 minutes after, done. You left." And the text was not worth it, because now in girl accounting, there's male accounting or real world accounting, and then there's girl accounting. And instead of tracking dollars and which way they go through debit and credit, they track attention, and you just gave her more attention. Uh, so I text her, "Hey, you still coming?" She texts, "Oh my God, I totally forgot. Can I get a rain check?" No, she's lying. Fuck that. I'm not wasting another minute of my time. There are so many sunsets I get to enjoy, and I missed that one sitting at a shitty bar.